Hey, what's up? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of SimplyPodLogical, a simply Nailogical podcast.
Hello, friends.
That was impressive. Wow,
Yeah.
Ben went into it.
Fast
Every
talker.
syllable.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just saying a bunch of terrible stuff, and then we're just going to film mode, right?
Let's go.
Today's episode is brought to us by Mushu Ice Cream.
Oh, cool.
It's not,
Yes.
but we just went there. They were nice enough to give us a
They
tour
had
of their
good ice cream, so sure.
Yeah, and
Very
we're
good ice
joined by,
cream.
for the audio listeners, we are joined by Safiya from the Safiya Nygaard channel, Tyler Williams from the Tyler Williams channel.
Or the Safiya Nygaard channel.
No.
Oh, no,
man.
the Tyler Williams channel's
yeah.
back.
Yeah, exactly.
Tyler Williams is one of my favorite channels. That peanut butter steak looked delicious.
It was pretty good
You
video,
actually
right?
liked it, right?
I did, actually. Well,
Were you just playing that up for the camera?
No, I think it
We
was...
ate more of it than I thought we would.
After you were done filming.
It's an expectations thing, right? It's like...
Did you eat it after you turned off the camera?
Maybe a bite or two. I ate a
little
lot.
bit.
I had
A little bit. Sometimes when it's just there,
Yeah.
you're like,
Okay.
oh, a little more.
I think it's like it looked horrifying. But it was
Yeah.
ended up being like sort of similar to like a steak satay, right? Like it had some of the flavor profiles, you know? So I could live with it.
I feel like the flavor profile really was kind of good. It
Yes.
was just the steaks are usually never cooked evenly all the way through, right? It's usually like charred on the outside, a little pink on the inside, and the way the peanut butter like coated the whole thing just like incubated it, so it was
Yeah.
just like one
Encapsulated.
color all
layers.
the way
Exactly.
through,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Delicious.
So we can expect more food on the Tyler Williams channel?
Almost
is that
exclusively.
Yeah? That's what you're about? Well, you just did avocado. When this avocado bread came out already, right?
It's out.
Okay.
It's live.
Do you want to tease something? Is something coming next? You want to give us a hint?
Eggs.
Eggs.
Eggs?
Many eggs. Eggs in many forms.
I
What's your
eat 12
background?
dozen
Rocks. Yeah, there's going to be some egg content if you're interested in egg content.
This is all just a big plug for the Tyler Williams
Oreo
channel.
It
content.
needs it.
Oreo content.
Oreo content,
yeah.
you know?
It does sound tasty.
Seeing which
I won't
frames.
spoil it, but I heard about it. They told me.
Oh, you already know.
Yes.
Oh, I know too.
Yeah, you know too.
Yeah, okay.
Ben's just going in and out of our
I'll tell my
conversations.
members on my stream.
Oh,
Hold on,
no,
let me-
you won't, Ben. Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
pay for a membership on my channel. I'll tell you secrets about Tyler and
Oh.
Safiya.
I was gonna say Ben's just been blackout this whole time.
Yeah.
You've just been on a 3-day bender
I
in
just
Ottawa.
blacked back in. I'm here.
We should talk about that. So Safiya and Tyler are in Ottawa.
They are?
Yes, that they're right here in our house. I mean, maybe people are listening to this, so they're like not realizing that this isn't
Yeah.
a Zoom call.
This is not
you
a
guys
Zoom call.
came to Ottawa, Canada. Yeah.
Why?
So why?
Why are you
To
here?
see
Why did
you
you come here?
guys. Because friendship. We had to try to
So it's not fake?
reestablish
I thought it was fake.
monetizing the friendship. Yeah.
It's been a while since we've monetized our friendship.
Yeah. It's like
So,
it's
It's been
coffers
great.
are looking a little low.
Yeah.
Gotta
It's been great having you here and like not to see you guys, but it makes me see our city where we live in a different light because like you're trying to show people around. You're seeing it through the eyes of a tourist kind of.
Tourists, yeah. We were tourists
we've
today.
been doing stuff that like I wouldn't have otherwise done. Yeah, it's also nice to see you too.
It's
No,
been
it's
good.
nice to see you guys too.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
been a while.
It's
I was
been
like
for like 3 years.
literally since
Yeah.
our
More
than
wedding.
3
I think
years.
our wedding.
Was it your wedding?
It
That was
Pretty
the
sure.
last
probably
time. Yeah,
was.
probably.
Because that was fall of 2019.
November 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was right before the world changed. Yes. Yeah.
That is true.
No, they got married and everything changed.
It was the last event.
So yeah, so you're in Ottawa. You went to Toronto for a bit, doing a little content.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, we were like framing it like, okay, let's go spend some time with Ben and Cristine, and then if we can like figure out some other stuff to film on the way, then like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
whole trip is like, oh yeah, we got a lot done.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we were the
And-
primary motivation.
Yes.
For the
yeah,
prime
yeah.
The
content.
Canadian expedition.
It was
We're
kind of
like
like
Canadian content.
Exactly.
we're going to Ottawa. What else can we? What else can we?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
You're done here. Now we're just hanging out.
I will say I've noticed you guys. We've been out and you've been recognized a bunch, and people are like, "Why are you in Ottawa?"
They're
Or like you're checking
"I
the
don't
hotel and they're
believe
like,
this."
"You're in Ottawa."
Yeah, why?
People don't come
Do you
here
have a
for
meeting
fun.
with the government? I don't understand.
Yeah. Do you have a government contract
Yeah.
to make videos about
What's
melting
going on?
lipstick?
We have hung out at Canadian Parliament a lot. We're Parliament of
We
Canada.
walked by it
Yeah.
a bunch.
Yeah,
True.
we've seen it.
We saw the light show.
The light show, wonderful.
We
Yeah.
filmed it.
Yeah, for the Ottawa. I know there's Ottawa people who listen to this podcast. Are there any initial, like we've done a few like traditional Ottawa things. We ate Beaver Tails.
Yeah.
Did.
We've went to Parliament. We went to the Diefenbunker. That was pretty cool.
Yep.
Is that all right? What's the
That's
highlight of Ottawa so far?
So far.
I would say meeting Mention Zeiler.
Yeah.
Wait, never. That was the first time we've ever met them in person.
they're
They're
much-
honored to meet you too.
They're much larger than we were expecting.
Oh.
Yeah.
You
It was
fat
kinda
shaming
like
our cat?
you-
No, like
They're
lengthwise.
they're
Well,
thick,
length.
length. They're
You
long.
compared
Yeah.
it to meeting Dan and Phil, right?
Oh, I could
'Cause
definitely
Dan
do that,
and
yeah.
Phil, you meet them, they're like 6'5",
they're
they're
enormous.
like
Very
basketball
tall.
players.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you see, I mean, interestingly, for humans, you'd say the camera adds 5 pounds. I mean, not pounds, but like the mentions out
Yeah.
look smaller on camera.
They
in
do.
person,
Yeah.
they're like
They're
long,
tall.
tall,
They're tall
lengthy.
cats.
I always thought the opposite about YouTubers. When we first started going to YouTube events, there's people you see on a camera who are like filming right up close, fisheye lens. And then you see them in real life, and like a lot of the guys I found were much shorter than you would expect them to be. But it's the opposite for the cats, you're saying.
Yeah.
Opposite for the cats. Yeah, yeah.
Bigger.
And Dan and Phil, like they could be like centers.
Dan and
on a
Phil,
college
yeah.
basketball team. Yeah.
Like when I first saw,
Yeah.
I didn't meet them at Playlist at 2017, but when we first like laid eyes on them, I was like, oh my god, they're just huge.
Yeah, they're tall.
Very tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we talking? They're like 6'6", 6'7"?
Legitimately, yeah.
could
I
play
think
basketball.
Something like that.
They could be.
Definitely like looking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do today, Ben?
Yeah. You want to talk about people
We
we've
did have a
seen?
plan.
I just want to keep talking.
Gone.
Who's
Yeah.
the worst YouTuber you've ever met?
Ben.
Probably Safiya Nygaard.
I'm just gonna say myself.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be quiet.
No, we were gonna riff on the Newlywed Game
Yeah.
as a sort of I don't know, in reference to the Philip DeFranco podcast you did, right?
Which was the last podcast we were on for sure.
Yeah.
Which
guys-
was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, like
4
early
years ago.
2020.
Yeah.
It was
Early
after the
2020.
wedding,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
January
'Cause you were-
2020.
You were literally newlyweds at
Yes.
the time.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you guys just don't do many interviews? Nobody's asking, or
I feel like I don't really want to do like a remote interview. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I
Yeah.
feel like that's not been because it just feels like less.
It's just challenging and hard to like understand social cues when you're like through. You're like, I don't know if I should keep going, or I don't know if you heard that, or
yeah.
All the
yeah.
awkwardness of a Zoom call.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Broadcast
Yeah.
to more people.
Yeah, exactly. Wonderful.
yeah,
But yeah.
people have wanted us to do like interviews on this podcast, and we originally started it thinking we would like go travel to people,
Oh,
just
yeah.
bring a bunch of mics, and it's like an excuse to travel and also visit friends. And then the pandemic hit like the month after we started the podcast, right? So you're the first like we've had like her sister, my brother on.
You know, financial advisor.
Financial
on.
advisor.
Yeah.
You saw that?
You're the first creators that we've
yeah.
had on this podcast physically present. Yeah. So it's still wild. Like you're in my house right now. Isn't
I
that
know
cool?
that
We are
is
here.
weird. Yeah.
They're in
pretty
my
weird.
house.
That's why we don't do interviews. We've
And
been
they're never
saving it.
leaving.
Yeah.
I'm saving it for us.
Saving
all
it
the
for you
juice.
guys.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do. We can use some newlywed game questions just as a way of like having a conversation. How about that?
Sure. But
Yeah.
it's the partners aren't who you think they are. Because it's not Safiya and Tyler against me and Ben. It's me and Safiya against Tyler and Ben.
Yes.
That's what we're
Just
matching.
because we're so not traditional that we're just like reversing the intended script of how to do this game just for fun.
Yes. Exactly.
I was nervous that like it would be like questions about Cristine that I should know but don't. That I don't.
Let's see how fake their friendship is.
We're gonna expose our. It's just for monetization. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I
First,
only know what I need to know for monetization purposes. Yeah. It's on a need to know basis only. Yeah.
here's the first one. What actor would play your partner in a movie? All right, Cristine, Safiya, you up first.
Can I say for you?
Cristine,
I'll say for her.
who would play Safiya in a movie about her life?
I think it would be Lucy Hale
That's very nice.
from Pretty Little Liars.
She's very pretty.
Yeah, because you're very pretty. But I
Thank
feel
you.
like you guys have similar characteristics, and she's expressive, and I think she'd do really well.
She does have
playing
like
you.
large eyes.
yeah,
yeah,
but like
right?
yeah, she's very pretty.
You
Thank
do.
you.
You
Yeah.
do have big eyes.
That's what Tyler always tells me. Because you have giant eyes and you look like a bird.
Do I really say that?
Bird way.
Every
Yeah.
night before we go to bed.
Bird.
It's like an affirmation. You have giant eyes and you look like a bird.
I think I actually do reference you as being a variant. Is that it? Aviary? Aviary? Bird-like?
Yeah.
Bird-like, yeah. It doesn't sound very flattering, right? Given like the Always Sunny in Philadelphia, like D is a bird. But like I think that when like we did like the TikTok trend that was like describe your significant other, and I was like, okay, like dive bombing eagle, or it's like
Yeah.
It's your
So-
spirit animal. Okay.
or like just like your persona, like it's like just sort of like see a mouse or like a muskrat running on the ground, and you're gonna
right.
go grab it.
Yeah.
A little savage.
Yeah, Safiya's with pecs. She has a nose, like, you know, kind of like
Yeah.
baby
Don't
head
share
butt.
anything too intimate.
Sorry, yeah.
That's actually most
it's
of our
almost a
sex life. It's like, how do birds mate? That's how we do it.
Yeah, right, yeah. Just
Took the birds and the bees all to literally
eating,
Forget the bees. We're just
regurgitating.
the birds.
forget the bees.
Forget the bees.
the birds, yeah.
Safiya, who would play Cristine in a movie?
Okay, I don't think the face shape is exactly right, but I think Jennifer Lawrence has some similar features to you. I see it here.
That's a compliment.
Here I see it. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, shut up.
Cover like 30% of your face.
You know what's funny? My sister has been told she looks like Jennifer Lawrence.
You kind of look like your sister.
And yeah,
Right.
you and
Yeah.
your sister
Kind
look
of,
alike.
yeah.
Yeah.
All coming together.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
would have thought you would have said me because I used to be a child actress, so I just play myself.
I thought you were retired. I mean, if you're on the
I am.
table.
Yeah, are you?
Yes, you know me so well. You know I'm retired from my IMDb page.
You do know each other.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler, you are definitely like either the dad from the OC,
Yeah.
Peter
Peter-
Gallagher.
Peter Gallagher.
Because he's got a big head.
Oh, yeah. Like
Do I have a big head?
the hair, eyebrows,
Okay.
eyes. Or, you know what? I think, okay, take that back.
Oh, I liked that, though. Sandy Cohen, come on.
Yes.
Real answer,
Mr. Cohen.
young Keanu Reeves.
Okay, I'll take
Oh.
it. Who's not taking that?
Yeah.
Iconic hop of the
That's a good
90s.
one. I
Speed.
like that one.
You got to get off this bus.
Who doesn't like speed, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do
Sandra
we see
Bullock's
it? Agree?
breakthrough.
Does anyone have a better answer? I think we win if no one else at the table can come up with a better answer. That's how
Is
we
that
assign
how we
points.
win?
That's how
That's
the
a good
game
one. I
works.
like that
I just decided that's how the game works.
Now, I don't actually remember what this guy looks like, but whoever played Johnny Tsunami in like the 2000s
Tsunami.
Disney Channel original movies.
Yeah.
It's very specific, Sophia.
Well,
I don't know if he actually looks like you, but I feel like there would be sometimes where like if because Tyler used to work at Disney, but they call everyone who works at Disney a cast member. So he would
Yeah.
like be able to get us into Disneyland like with his thing, and they'd be like, I think because Tyler has very good teeth, assume he was like an actor, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, you're in that thing, right?"
Oh, yeah, this has happened a couple times.
Yeah, it's happened a couple of
Yeah.
times, and I was always like, "Yeah, you should just say you were in like Johnny Tsunami 3, like the guy
Right.
who replaced because he got that
Right,
like
yeah.
vibe." Yeah,
I was not the primary Johnny Tsunami.
no, the replacement
Yeah.
Johnny
Well,
Tsunami.
When they couldn't sign him for the third movie.
Yeah.
Right, but I had like my interest in surfing kick. You know, I think that like somewhere subconsciously I was trying to liken myself to a Johnny Tsunami type. I had the
Yeah.
long hair kind of thing,
Yeah.
you know, like the surfer bro thing, wearing board shorts. It all
Tyler's
worked.
just kind of sporty.
I'm
Yeah.
swimming wise.
Yeah.
Aquatic, I'm comfortable in the water.
Yep,
Yeah.
he's aquatic.
Were you ever a lifeguard?
I actually was.
Oh, I probably knew that.
Yeah. Did I tell you? Yeah, there we go. See, like we are.
We know each
This is
other.
why we're gonna win.
Boy
We're-
besties.
Ben, Tyler, and Zyler.
Yeah,
We're the
exactly.
team.
yeah,
Where's-
the
where did
dynamic
Zyler
trio.
go?
Where's the- yeah.
Where did
Zyler left
go?
like 30
TBZ.
seconds
He was
after
here
filming.
on the table. But
Okay. All right, last one. Who's playing me in a movie?
Well, so like my whole frame of reference right now with actors is very Stranger Things focused, right?
Oh.
Just because like I feel like I've been out of the loop with you know
Who are you gonna
Hollywood or
say?
Stranger
yeah,
saying the
I'm
dad?
like, where is this going?
So I was thinking about this because
Hopper?
I think given the mustache, I'm going David Harbour here, right? Because he's hot. He's
What
hot.
about Stanley Tucci?
Stanley Tucci.
Younger Stanley Tucci.
In the Lovely Bones?
No, he's creeping that one.
You said that. I did not say that.
Michael Modine, Papa. He's like Papa.
I'm not like Papa.
Like deadpan.
Yeah. No, I think David Harbour with the mustache is a pretty good one.
I'll take. I don't
Yeah.
see it, but I'll take it.
I see it.
I think the mustache density is there.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right, David
The
Harbour's a
mustache
very-
is throwing you off. I think the mustache is
Yeah.
really.
I'm pretty low on the tier list of digital creator mustaches, though. You know, you got Julian Solomita, you got Eddie Burback.
Yeah, you are low on that. But
Yeah, I'm low. I'm
When
low
you
on
say
that
those,
list.
those guys
You
could. David
can't
Harbour could play
compare
those
them.
guys.
That's not fair.
The Mount Rushmore of digital mustaches.
But it was striking when I stepped out of the Ottawa airport. I
First
said, "Wow."
thing, the first thing Sophia says to me, not nice to see you, Ben. Thank you for picking me up from the airport. It's you look like Luigi.
Okay, he was literally wearing a green baseball cap and a matching green shirt, and he had a
all
giant
green.
mustache. I was like, "You look like Luigi."
Your name is Ben Tendo. I mean, he was right there.
That's not a reference to anything.
It's kind of like you're doing the like Disney bound, Nintendo bounding.
You could have, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that new like that Nintendo theme park.
Yeah, you guys want to come
Right.
when we go to Japan?
Well, sometimes Christine dresses up as Princess Peach.
I
Right.
do.
Yeah.
How?
Oh, we don't tell people
In the
about
bedroom?
that.
Oh.
It's like when we walked. And Christine and Ben were giving us the tour. We go into the bedroom. Ben goes, "This is my least favorite room." I was like, "Why? Because of the acts you are forced to perform in here."
It's because the wallpaper.
My wrists are sore from being tied up in there. All right, next one. If your partner could live anywhere in the world other than where they live, where would they live? Cristine, where would Safiya live?
Japan,
Oh, that's not bad.
Why Japan?
because of she admires Japan and the content, play. I don't know. For
Is that
content,
a good answer? You could monetize it. Yeah. Okay. Is that a good answer, Safiya?
I really like it there. It's like really, really nice.
What would you answer for yourself?
Anywhere besides the U.S., like a different
Yeah,
country.
yeah.
Sure. Or you could even pick a different area in the States, I suppose.
Yeah.
That would be kind of boring.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so Tyler has a ton of family in Taiwan.
Yeah.
So like we've always thought like it would be fun to like live a year in Taiwan or
Right.
something like that.
Yeah.
But Japan's not a bad answer. The only like holdup is that like I don't speak the language, you know what I mean? Like, and I feel like if you're a foreigner who wants to move to Japan, you got to commit, you know, you
Yeah.
got to like do all the things. And I'm like, I don't know, like I love visiting, but it's a different, but I feel like because Tyler has a ton of family in Taiwan, that might be.
Would you
somewhere
take Tyler
interesting.
with you or just leave him here?
Oh, I'll take Tyler.
I don't know if you get the family deal if I'm not there.
Yeah.
Well, my cousin lived with us for like many years from
Oh.
Taiwan. He lived with me for like 10 years. And so I always thought it'd be
In
kind
the
of fun.
Disney days?
Oh, no, this is like in the like lower, middle, and high school days.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So like
Yeah.
growing up, he was like my older brother. So it'd be kind of like
Okay.
cool to like almost like reverse that and be like, hey,
now
now,
I'm living in
we're
your
here. What's up?
basement.
Yeah, and I have a bunch. Like my mom was one of 9, so then that multiplied by also them
Yeah.
having kids and and I tried to learn how to speak Mandarin in high school and a little bit in college.
You got a little foundation. I feel like if you like Duolingoed it up for like a month or two, you could get some of it
Yeah,
back.
right.
Yeah.
Plus dropping
Really
me
fun.
in,
This sounds like a sponsored video.
Duolingo.
What's the other one that is
Dua
called
Lipa.
Babbel? Is the other
Babbel,
one that
one of the
gets
two.
gets sponsorships?
Can't your
Yeah.
phones now just like immediately translate too? That's pretty cool.
Yes.
That's how most of the 90 Day Fiance couples communicate.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Learn that from TLC.
You can just
Yeah.
talk right into it.
Yes.
This might be a holdup over a many, many year relationship.
When you said you were only in this for the green card, what did you mean? Phone.
Right.
All right, I'm going to answer for Tyler. I think you would go to Taiwan.
Wow.
Well, you just stole that. Ben, that's cheating.
I think I get a point for that one, though.
Yeah,
This is really like a couple one, right? Because if you're going somewhere too, if we flip it, where would we go for a year, Christine?
Well, I don't
Well,
you
you
have to
gotta
answer.
ask them.
I feel like for a year. I don't know. I feel like because I feel like if you're
added that detail.
leaving, I don't see you guys leaving Canada.
I would have trouble leaving Canada. That's
Yeah.
true.
I think I
Yeah.
know. I would say Vermont.
Vermont.
These
That
guys
is a good
love
answer.
Vermont.
Yeah.
I do like Vermont.
Vermont
we are
is
going to Vermont
beautiful.
soon.
Yeah, a year in Vermont. That sounds great.
Whenever we talk about Vermont, Christine always goes, "It smells like cheese."
Why?
Like,
Why do you say
in
that?
a nice
doesn't
way.
smell
I
like
don't
cheese.
know. I just maybe it's because we went to a cheese factory and it's just
We
like,
did go
stuck
to
in
the
my
Cabot
memory.
Cheese Factory. Great cheddar.
It's just very like fresh.
But they've got
cheese,
good
you
breweries.
know?
If anything, it smells like hops all the time. It smells hoppy.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's a scent memory, right? It's like
Yeah.
attached in your brain to Vermont is the cheese.
Plus positive.
Then you say it out loud,
experience,
and
yeah.
you're almost like, "Does that true?"
I'm like, wait, that doesn't sound good. The way I'm describing
Okay.
it sounds like
I
cheese.
could see us living in Vermont.
They have
In a
maple
big
syrup there.
compound. They
Is
do
it not-
have
I
maple
don't think
syrup
it's
there.
that different from Canada.
Probably.
Yeah, it's the most Canadian
It's the
place.
most
Yeah.
similar to Ottawa.
Yeah. It's like Canada with more cheese.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right, next one.
That's what they say about Vermont. It's like
Yeah.
Canada, but with more cheese.
I've heard that all over the
There's way more
place.
cows.
That's what it says on the sign when you drive in.
And the license plates, yeah.
All the border crossings. Okay. Next one. How did we meet?
So,
Okay.
How did you meet?
So I think that when I was at BuzzFeed, we did some makeup video that had to do with like holographic or like iridescent something. And I was like, well, we got to credit SimplyPodLogical for this. And so
Okay.
then
I don't know this story.
after this, we got in contact on Twitter.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Because you were asking about my merch.
Yes.
And I was
yes,
like,
yes.
let me send it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we got in contact on
Okay.
Twitter. And so then at some point, Christine sent me a DM and I like freaked out because I was like a huge,
Big deal.
huge fan.
That's cool.
And so there was like an old video of me like in the office at BuzzFeed, like on the ground being like, oh, SimplyPodLogical DM'd me. Yeah.
Really? That exists?
Well,
Somewhere.
Maybe. Who knows? Who knows?
We
at
don't
this
know anymore.
point? We don't know anymore.
We don't know what that channel's called.
But I think it was on Twitter. I don't know.
I think it was like more like maybe even like an Insta story.
Yeah, it was
kind
like
of
a
thing.
story.
It was like,
yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, and then we were in contact on Twitter DM
I remember.
until like maybe like VidCon 2017 or something like that.
And then
Yeah.
we met. But yeah, we had spoken a little bit via DMs before
Yeah.
actually.
So when did you meet
To
in
the
person?
point that like I don't even remember which point we actually met in person because I'd already been watching you and talking to you.
Yeah.
That it's like I don't remember when we do you remember?
I think I remember when
Was
you
it-
met.
was it
But that's
VidCon?
basically would be my answer for Tyler because I'm sure
Yeah.
we would have met Tyler.
Okay,
Yeah.
you guys go.
Because there was a panel at VidCon for breakout creators, I
Yeah,
think it
yeah.
was.
Yes, yeah.
That
we were together.
Cristine and Safiya were on, and a bunch of much smaller people, if I remember correctly. And I remember being very awkward that most of the crowd was there for the two of you.
I was mostly there for Christine at that point. I think, yeah.
Maybe,
Most
yeah,
of
you're
them
right.
with, like,
Because you
hollow
had barely,
backpacks.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was very early on for you,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think, right? Yeah.
Because we had just started doing the channel in like January, so it was like June. You know
Right,
what I
okay.
mean?
It was
Yeah.
moderated by Drew Baldwin.
From the Streamies.
Two filter, dude.
not Streamies.
Two filter and
And
streamies.
Streamies,
Same
yeah.
guys.
Both of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I remember if that is the first time we met in person, I felt like I knew you by then.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
so
what
it
I
was like it
that
was
Yeah.
can't be when we met. I feel,
Yeah.
but like I guess that's when we would have met up.
In
'Cause
person.
under what other circumstance?
I do recall Safiya referring to DMs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Having come through and
That
then
was
stop
like
being excited about
late
it. Yeah.
2016 or early 2017. Like
Right after I went to Polish Mountain.
Right.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that's
yeah.
how I like remember eras.
Yeah, yep.
For your post.
After I came back from my trip to Polish Mountain.
I met Safiya. We'd been speaking in the DMs for months. She's a wonderful lady.
Yeah. So it must have been VidCon then, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
We must
Yeah.
have met at the same time.
Well, we were talking about the panel before we ever like met up. But
Yeah,
I remember
yeah,
us talking about like, what do we say or how do
Right.
we answer? And like,
Yeah.
because I was nervous, I don't really do.
And then like a year or
panels
two
much.
later, you're dancing in socks.
And then
on the
we
VidCon
were
stage.
socks,
Then we
giant
were
socks together.
Well, that was we were already balls deep in the friendship at that point. So
Yeah, that was like the whole next year. We had filmed a couple collabs,
Yeah.
like videos.
But I do
Yeah.
remember like that first time meeting at that VidCon, I think is what led to those videos of like head to toe holo for a day.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
That was the same time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember that
That
like
sweaty day.
I feel like maybe at
Oh.
the at the
Sweaty
start
day.
of that day, I think you were like, we're friends that we talk on in the DM sometimes. I feel like by the end of that day, I think you were actually friends.
We were extra.
Yeah.
Remember
You know
that
what I
we
was
were
a
like
long
You
hot
went
day.
through something.
we were
that
sinking
day.
into delusion by the end of the day. I just remember like crying, laughing on your couch.
Yeah,
by,
there's a
like,
lot of
10
that footage.
p.m. after filming all day, sweating in the sun.
There's
and
a
we're
lot.
still shooting.
Yeah.
We're just like
That was
cry
a
laughing.
hollow
Safiya was
clothes.
trying to close out the video, just like
Yeah.
with I think a kind of some scripted lines, and
And I
Christine's just like
couldn't-
hitting her.
I
Just,
think
like,
if anything, it was you
screaming
and I
things.
were trying to
Beat me with her
I
purse.
had lost
It was you
because I
two-
had like sun exposure, too much of it.
But I feel like you
Hilarious.
guys, I kind of recall almost you and I trying to kind of
Rein us in.
rein both you guys
Or
in to get to
you
the
mean when
finish
you tried
line.
to run us over outside the Cheesecake Factory?
We also tried that too. We were just over it.
Well,
It
because
was-
they were wearing hollow, and we're like, hey, pull the car up, turn on the high beams,
Right.
and
Yeah,
like
And then we
flash
have
them,
that
right?
iconic like dance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a gif of that like on Twitter or something that people always use, or it's in my Discord too.
I think we
One of
included
us
the
going,
audio.
like,
Yeah,
It's just-
absolutely. We're
it's
like
me filming.
approaching
Yeah.
the car.
Yeah, and it's Ben just like,
Classic.
these idiots.
But it was so much fun.
No, that was a
Love that.
fun
How did we end up
couple
here?
of days. Like, because
Yeah.
we had
Yeah.
like the VidCon stuff. VidCon was fun. We went out to like Cheesecake Factory, I think multiple times, multiple locations. Yeah.
I feel like that's something we could have done and been like, those guys are great. We're friends now. Or like, let's never talk to those assholes again.
wow.
Well,
All right, next
No,
one.
that was super fun though, and we're glad that we're still friends.
Yeah.
Not just for the views,
not just for the
not
views.
just for the views.
Partially for the views. Only like 5% for the views. What is your partner's favorite television show?
People watch television.
I mean, you two
Sister
talk
Wives.
about TV.
Oh yeah, we were just talking
Good
about this. Okay, yeah. So I guess we
Yeah.
shall explain that we've been discussing our mutual love for Sister Wives and
Yeah.
the fact that we know details like the fact that they had a jewelry brand named the Sister Wives Closet.
Yep.
We've just like known this. I don't think it exists
Is that
anymore.
your favorite TV show, Christine?
Well, just in
I
the
mean,
car,
like-
you just said that. So,
Like
well, you said it like my
I don't
favorite
know.
show, Sister Wives. So I don't know if that was real.
I don't know. We like it. I think it's
Yeah.
fascinating. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
TLC
all.
though is really a treasure trove because like
Oh, for sure.
I remember like maybe a couple of VidCons ago we were talking about 90 Day Fiance Reddit. So like you're pretty deep in TLC content if you know about that one. Yeah.
Solid empty calories, right? You put them on, you're brushing your teeth, you have Discovery Plus, there's no commercials,
Well, the thing about Sister Wives though is like there's so many seasons and
It never ends. The story.
it never ends.
There's always something.
story of our
There's so
lives.
many wives. There's so many characters.
Yeah.
Because of the wives.
They just
and
keep
the
going.
children.
Right.
It
So
never
many
ends.
kids.
It's like
Yeah,
what?
there's so
It's like
Tiger King
the perfect
ends.
recipe.
This never ends.
Tiger King. Someone went to jail and it was over.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Good answer. Okay.
What about you guys?
Oh, you want us to go first? Tyler, it's Gilmore Girls, right?
I'll take that.
We'll take that.
I'll take. We were talking about how much.
How many times have you watched the Gilmore Girls?
Like I think I said like 40. I
Yeah,
like,
probably.
Well, it's like just
Big
you just
fan.
put it on, you get to the end. It takes like a month and a half if you're like watching semi straight, and then it just comes back to the beginning, and you're like, this is fresh.
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't seen this in
By
a while.
the time you get because we only watched we watched the end of season 6 because season 7 was when the Sherman Palladinos, who are the creators of the show, got kicked off, and so the CW or whatever like took over with the new writers' room for that last season. It's pretty
No good.
unwatchable.
Right.
So after season 6 is over, we either start from the beginning or we'll watch the year in review and then start from the beginning.
Right.
Because by the time you get there, it's been so long since you started. Because
Right.
there's like 22
forget.
episodes a season. They're all 45 minutes long.
It's a lot
like,
of content.
lot of
Yeah.
content.
Is this like an annual tradition though? Like,
It's a multi-annual
I think it's
tradition.
just ongoing,
Yeah.
right? You just start
yeah.
over
Every
and then
year.
life is a constant loop.
Yeah.
It's like Nietzsche, eternal return.
Yeah.
You know?
well, I was saying like in Fahrenheit 451 where like the wife has like a family that she watches for comfort, like
Yeah.
on TV. Like that's
Right.
us in Gilmore Girls.
Those are the Gilmore Girls.
yeah, that's the Gilmore Girls.
And also because I know it pretty well, and so you kind of just put it on. You don't have to pay like super close
Yes,
attention the
yes,
whole
yes,
time.
yes.
So I think that's fair. I'd take that.
Good answers. So I feel like you two on this trip, we've talked about TV a lot, or we've heard a lot about your TV preferences. This is harder for you to answer.
For you.
It's harder for you to guess for us.
Well, I thought I did pretty
it's
well with Sister Wives.
That's,
Yeah?
that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, we'll take
Well, you
that.
do.
Yeah.
No, you tell me the real one.
Yeah, what is
No,
your
Sister
favorite TV
Wives.
show?
It's pretty good.
You're just saying that. What's your favorite TV show?
I don't really. I
Christine
mean,
doesn't
like
watch
The
TV.
Handmaid's Tale, I guess.
Oh,
I
that's
really
good
love
answer.
that.
That's the other
Yeah.
side of the Sister Wives.
Basically,
Yeah, that's basically the same show.
I'm interested in both of them for similar reasons, actually.
Yeah.
But one is real, one is not. I mean,
yeah.
Hopefully.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? One is fiction, one is reality TV.
Okay.
But yeah.
Maybe it's just me then. I don't think I talk about TV much.
I have no clue.
This will be
Yeah.
hard for you.
I
Yeah.
have no idea. I was gonna say like maybe just like given
give me a guess.
general interest in. Well, I know you saw the Stranger Things thing,
We watched Stranger Things.
but I don't think that's your favorite show.
I wouldn't say it's, although this newest season was the best season since the first season.
It was really good.
But that's a pretty normie take. I think everyone thinks that.
Yeah, that would be.
It's
Season-
too normie for
that-
bad.
Was
I'm
season
assigning
2
you
the bad
two,
one
yeah.
or the 3?
I can't
I
tell.
liked
mean,
all of them, but
yeah.
I think 3 is the one people don't like.
People don't seem to like it as
Yeah.
much. I liked 3 because I kind of liked the blockbuster summer thing, and I thought it was
dug
kind of fun.
that.
Yeah, I thought it was fun, and I thought that the monster was cool, and I thought like I liked the allusions to like the invasion of the body snatchers kind of thing. That was kind of cool to me.
That's okay. No,
For
maybe
some reason, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came to mind. I just
Wow.
looked at you and
that's
it just.
the correct answer. Yeah.
That is something he would
It's
love.
the mustache. I don't know. Something weird's going on.
Yeah,
I would. It's recency bias, but right now I'm still thinking about Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
oh,
It's definitely up there, and it just ended.
That
so
did come
that's
up.
the first thing that came to mind.
you did mention that.
Yeah.
Because it's fun to
Yeah.
reference whenever you see something. It could be like a laundering front. Oh, Better Call Saul. It always kind of comes. Yeah,
Have you guys done Have you done Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul? No.
we have not done that arena. No.
Okay.
I think that we should though.
Yeah.
I,
Should,
now
yeah.
that most because I like to watch a show after it's completely over,
I see.
so there's no waiting and there's no suspense.
So are you going to watch Breaking Bad then Better Call Saul or Better
Is
Call
that
Saul?
not the right order?
Well, so Better Call Saul is a prequel to Breaking Bad.
But it actually was released with Breaking Bad first, and then Better Call Saul,
Yes,
right? Yeah,
exactly.
Even though the storyline of Better Call Saul takes place,
But it's
Yeah,
an
I
interesting
might watch it
question.
that way.
I think a lot of people now are
are
like,
watching it in
it's a
the
luxury
reverse
for people for
release.
the first time because it would be a
Yeah.
totally different experience watching the prequel first, right? It's the same way
I
people
think
talk
you
about the
should
Star
watch
Wars
Breaking
movies.
Wait, what would you
Yeah.
with Star
What's the
Wars? Like, would you-
optimal reason?
Yeah, because Phantom
or
Menace
order?
would kind of, I mean, I know that there are people for some reason who like really like go to bat for the Phantom Menace.
Well, I
but
think
like,
it's now with the sequel trilogy. Now people see the prequels through rose-colored glasses as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Well, yeah, they realize how bad those could have been when you see how bad the sequel trilogy is.
I was pretty young when the prequels came out, so I just loved them. But like
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
If I had to intro, I would go 4, 5, 6. Then I go 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
Topher Grace from that 70s show edited the prequel trilogy into a single movie that makes it like much more, cuts out a lot of the superfluous stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe like you could treat that as a prequel and then watch the original. But I think you're generally right that the answer is probably just consume it as it was released
Yeah.
in the original order. That's probably the safest one.
I do a lot of Clone Wars action, actually. I watched the
the
Clone Wars.
animated
Yeah, I've
series.
seen all of those. And they're really good. I really
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
you
Clone
love
Wars.
those.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they slow start. They feel like they start slow. They feel more like a kid's show, and then they kind of become sort of more mature with their themes. So I feel like those make the prequels better because they kind of like give context between the second movie and the third movie.
More backstory for the characters.
And there's some really good characters that they're doing that Ahsoka Tano show and stuff. And
Yeah.
she's a great character. So like it's almost like maybe I do like 4, 5, 6, and then I go 1, 2, all of Clone Wars, and then 3.
Oh yeah. Well, I
you know?
saw someone on Reddit was saying like you do 4, 5, and then once you find out that Vader is the father, then you watch 1, 2, 3, then you watch 6, and like you like change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You like change it up.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for Vader, right? Christine's over here like Star Wars.
I am your father.
She knows that much.
Did she know that? That's what we got.
She's seen Tommy Boy. Yeah.
Hey, you work for Disney. Why did they spend so much money on Star Wars?
Oh wow. Just
To
red
be
dot
in
on
the
my
room
head.
where it happened.
There's a curtain here.
How many NDAs did you sign there? No, it's
0.
insane to me.
Great.
That was not important.
It is wild to me how much they paid for the rights to that. And they even bought the concept for the sequel trilogy from George Lucas. And then you're just like, we're not going to do that. We're
Yeah.
going to do our
Yeah.
own thing. He wanted to do something like with like mysticism and strange politics, kind of like the prequel trilogy too. Was like a lot of it was just like the politics of the Galactic Senate, right?
Trade deals, tariffs, federations,
Yeah.
blockades. That's actually they
Yeah,
focus on
yeah.
that a lot. Senate politics. Yeah.
All right, this is turning into the Star Wars podcast. Are we done this question? I don't know.
Just have a chapter on YouTube. You skip ahead right here, and then we're back.
What is your partner's biggest pet peeve? Is this interesting?
Pet peeve.
We could go to the next one.
I
That's
think
boring.
Christine doesn't like a lot of stuff.
It's hard to pick just one.
What don't
Pet
I like?
peeve.
Social interaction.
Leaving
I like
the
this
house.
one. Leaving the house. Yeah.
We've
okay.
left the house
That's
more
easy.
with you than we have in a while.
Yeah.
You got beaver tails, multiple.
We went outside many times in the
Yeah.
last like
Yeah.
2
How were
days.
Beaver Tails?
Good.
Tasty.
I liked the one you had with lemon. The maple one was actually amazing.
Well,
Killua
this is
sunrise.
Yeah,
Canada.
because it was like it is Canada. Yeah, you gotta get
Yeah,
one thing
eh?
right.
You
Right.
are in Canada.
The banana Nutella one was super good too.
So you like all of them.
They were all good. They're all
They were
good.
all
That's
good.
all of them. Yeah.
It's fried sugar, right? It's good. What is your least? Let's just skip that question. What is your partner's least favorite social media platform?
Social media platform.
Least favorite.
Twitter.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's just all our
Yeah,
answer,
we're,
right?
we're off.
I don't
You
think it's,
use
it's
Twitter
not
a
Twitter
lot.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
What do you like
for
about
me
Twitter?
Right now.
The way it's tearing apart the fabric of society?
There's a lot of things to not like about Twitter. I think for me personally, because I joined Twitter later on in my social media career, it's where I have the least amount of followers. So it's always been way more manageable for me to actually read some of the tags and respond in a meaningful way. Now I have Discord, so like that's also very meaningful, and I do pay attention in my Discord. But like Twitter, for the longest time, was way more accessible where I could respond to people, whereas Instagram, DMs, stories, no way am I able to check anything or respond to people, really.
Yeah, that's
fair.
like the one thing I do miss about Twitter. But then you have that situation where you're doing that and you're interacting with like really well-meaning fans and viewers,
There's a
and then there's a
not
random blindsided comment that's just like, "Oh God, I didn't want to see that." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like. Well, I understand you. I feel like that happens on every social media platform, regardless. Like I see shit on. If I actually look in my Instagram tags, I'm sure I'll find it too.
TikTok seems mean to me. I think maybe it's just a younger crowd thing.
TikTok has been mean only when my videos go viral beyond the standard.
So anywhere you're being exposed to new
Any new
audience.
people
Yeah.
who we happen upon are very mean, and then the platform sucks.
But I think TikTok has that thing where like on YouTube, well, I guess not with shorts, YouTube shorts, not with shorts, but on YouTube, like you have that thing where YouTube serves you a menu of things on your sidebar on your homepage,
Yeah.
and you choose to click in. So
Yeah.
even if it's a new person, it's someone who like chose to watch it
Right.
versus
Yeah, you still clicked on the
TikTok is
video.
the
Yeah.
feed and they just show it to
You just
you.
get
Right.
you don't have a
Yeah.
choice. Like you're subjected to it.
Yeah,
you're-
so I feel like that is part of why, you are just being shown this new person. You're like, ugly, like, and you just keep going,
Kind of like the trending page, right? Like I remember some creators used to complain all the time about how they weren't getting on trending.
Yeah.
And as like someone with a channel that would get on trending, it's like you're not really getting additional views from it.
Yeah.
You're just being exposed to people who don't want to see you and
People
are going to
who hate
tell you
you.
how much they don't want
Yeah.
to see you.
Yeah, no, it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
just you're right. Like not many more views, not really
No.
that much more advantage. It was just kind of,
It would be like a fraction of a percent you'd see a bump maybe, but
I always just perceived it as like normie content. You know what I mean? Because like who would go to trending to like check what to watch? It'd be like people who don't.
yeah, who's doing that?
Yeah,
Like,
you know
what's
what I mean?
what's trending? Oh, it's like all the late
Jimmy
night talk
Fallon,
shows, right?
you
And
know,
so,
and
or like
so
with
it's
this new
like-
trailer for Marvel.
And so for
Right.
people who are doing like commentary content about YouTube, doesn't really market to an audience who doesn't know what to watch on YouTube.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's
Yeah,
always
yeah,
how
yeah.
I perceived it. I don't know.
It's sort of like
Or just
has a
family
better
friendly.
perspective of the platform itself and the different creators and stuff. So if you're trying to like attract like a market that's not as familiarized with it, it's all of a sudden like, well, what's going on here? Like, what's this? Whether it's
Yeah.
drama or like just commentary or meta analysis and stuff, it wouldn't make as much sense.
Do you guys read all your? I know not all, but
Do you read all your
most
comments?
of the comments, or do you change how much you read depending on the platform? Like, are there some platforms where you're like, I'll definitely read, like YouTube, but not TikTok, for example?
Most places I'm cool reading the top however many.
Top like
Yeah.
the
What floats
yeah.
to the top?
Get a feel
Yeah,
for like
'cause
the
I think that
Yeah.
when you start looking through just like the newest comments with no likes, then it's more like Twitter, where it's just like
a Wild
anyone saying
West.
anything.
right, yeah.
Versus like on YouTube, obviously they tier the comments, so the ones with the most likes are at the top. So that's like what people opinions people in the audience agree with.
To some degree, at
So
least.
like
yeah.
that would be more meaningful feedback, than
Consensus
exactly
comments.
You wouldn't-
consensus. Yeah,
You wouldn't want like someone who's a one-off to eclipse the opinion of like a broader
which
group of
can
people,
happen if you
right?
see like one negative comment.
Yeah.
I did
Even
wish
if-
the comments on YouTube were a little bit more like Reddit, where it is like more of a democratic upvote downvote system.
sometimes
You can
is,
kind of
but
use
then
the
it
thumb.
changes.
You can kind of use
Yeah.
likes as that, but it's not quite. I would prefer if it was even more like that. Do you have an answer for your own question, Christine? Like, how
Well,
are
I
you
was
engaging
thinking
with
about
you?
the least favorite.
Oh, okay.
Well, because I know that you've been like loyal to Snapchat for forever, so it's definitely
Yeah,
not
I'm still
Snapchat.
there. No one else is.
I wonder.
Still on Snapchat.
I wonder because maybe TikTok, because like they have the thing where like sometimes you kind of out of your control, it kind of gets into a new audience, and then you can get negative comments. Or maybe I was going to say Instagram, because like you post it on Snapchat first, then you put it on Instagram, so Instagram gets the lower.
It's like the downloaded Snap story,
It's
uploaded.
the same content. Yeah, I'm sorry, but sometimes I use Instagram because the captioning is a little better. So
Right.
it depends
Yeah.
what I'm doing.
No, I wouldn't say I don't want to say you give off the vibe that Instagram's your least favorite, but I was just like thinking about all of them. I think probably TikTok then, right?
It's probably TikTok.
Probably TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only because of the like newer comments I get from people. It's just
it's-
kind of depressing.
I find it hard to. The algorithm on TikTok's confusing because like you don't always even get shown to your own followers,
Yeah.
Right.
and then sometimes you get shown to a bunch of new people
Yeah.
at once, and then it's like,
And that could be that.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
little rattling, I think, specifically on TikTok, because you're like, oh, they're not gonna like that,
Yeah.
like because it's like getting onto your For You page, right?
Yeah.
And
I think
why
it-
is this my recommended? This is already like a conversation topic on YouTube, and like TikTok's only a For You page, really, right? It's
I think like I don't. Complaining about the algorithm is like, whatever, annoying creator BS. But like, it is hard to figure out on TikTok, like,
Oh, I see.
like,
What do you do?
like
Yeah.
who saw this? Why? Yeah.
or sometimes when our videos do, like, we have a video that does well, I'm like, I actually don't know why. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
So
Exactly.
it's like the
Right.
opposite too.
Right, which is kind of undermining of like an algorithm in the sense of like if you wanted to try to figure out something your audience liked and you try
Yeah.
to then be able to do it as a series, and then when it's hard to measure like why people like things, then it's hard for you to like kind of like create a
Yes.
relationship with your audience in
As
terms
you're
of stuff
trying to
that they
make
like.
content that you think people like, it's
Yeah.
hard to figure out why people, not even why people, but why TikTok likes certain videos.
Yeah,
You know?
it's someone in a room pulling levers, right?
Oh,
I think
yeah.
like YouTube, people used to think of the YouTube algorithm as like a real black box now, but like you've Jimmy, Mr. Beast coming out and just talking about like the metrics he looks at to know whether
Yeah.
his video is going to hit 10 million views or more. So it's like it's kind of taken the mystery out of it. It's not like there's an answer for how to get that retention or how to maximize whatever metrics he's looking at. Like you still need to figure out what the concept is that does that, but you could at least know what metrics you actually need to pay attention to for that sort of success, if that's what your motivation or what you care about is, right?
Or I find that on YouTube, if you like do something that works, I just touched the thing. If you do something that works and then you do more of the same, it's usually rewarded. Versus on TikTok, if you're like, oh, this one did really well, try more of the same. It's not necessarily
Gotcha.
Like
rewarded.
mixing things.
I haven't tried that on TikTok yet. But.
No?
That would go
You should
crazy
try.
on TikTok, actually.
Well, we were doing like a face mask series last year, which was really
Yeah.
fun because people would like request them, and then we would like try them in the face mask machine and stuff like that. And like I think like they've changed the algorithm a couple times, I think, since last year. So I think we noticed that like some of those series didn't have the same.
Then you just start being
responses,
like,
and then you're like,
post whatever, it doesn't matter.
right, exactly.
That's
yeah.
where I'm at.
Yeah.
Post whatever. It doesn't
And I
matter.
think that's a good platform for that. Actually, that's one of the fun things about TikTok is you can
Yes.
just try a lot of stuff
People
quickly,
do.
and that's
Yeah.
one of the fun things about it. I think
and
so.
then it's kind of done and over. And yeah,
You can
like
kind
when
of
it's
move
gone,
on. Yeah, exactly.
All right, Tyler, your least favorite social media platform is Facebook.
I forgot about Facebook.
Because I was okay.
That wasn't in my list. Yeah. Considering.
Well, I was thinking about it, but I think Facebook's not a bad answer. But I think I was going to actually, I'm not trying to be annoying here. I think it's actually LinkedIn. Because it is now essentially
it.
the
Explain.
Facebook of 2006 in 2022.
Yeah.
Where it's like people like write people will write posts that sound exactly like Facebook
Facebook
posts from back
updates,
in the
yeah.
day, like
Except-
these mega life
Yep.
updates. Like I'm leaving this company after 12 years.
What's your relation
And
to this company? It's complicated.
Every single relationship I made, I can't thank you enough. It's like it reads like kids graduating from high school. It's like
Yeah.
they're thanking their teachers and their professors. And
It
stuff.
actually looks
Yeah.
like Facebook too,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
like they have the feed with the posts and the color. It
When did
looks
this
like
happen?
Facebook.
When
I don't know.
When did that happen? Because like I guess I haven't been paying attention to
Yeah.
LinkedIn. But like what?
I don't know when, but it started to happen. Where I was
Are they
like-
gonna have reels next?
I mean, they have
Honestly?
videos, yeah.
I feel like
They
they have
have video-
stories.
and
LinkedIn has
people
videos?
will like their company. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, I like the Walt Disney Company," right? It's like so it's
So
a weird
you don't
vibe.
have to be like an employee. It's just like you can just hit like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then you get
follow
updates
them.
from them, and
Yeah.
like they will be like, "We just opened a new theme park at Disneyland Paris," and stuff like that. And so
Interesting.
yeah, so
I
it's
wouldn't be
inter-
surprised if they had LinkedIn stories at some point. I feel like that's coming.
They
I feel like they might even have that already.
memos.
Like
they'll
they
call it.
they last 24 hours, but they all get reported to the boss. Or
Oh
something.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, some guy in HR is just watching all
my
of them. Yeah,
God.
no, I think it's not necessarily because like I find anything that's like posted there like really, abhorrent on the surface. I don't dig very deep on any of them, but like I do find that like I'm just kind of like. Yeah, like I it's very like self-aggrandizing at times. Like people
Yeah.
really patting
Yeah.
themselves in the back about like these jobs that they're working at. Like I spent this many years at this place. I love everyone there, and now I'm going backpacking. Like it's like just like wow, it's a lot of information.
I think
but it
it-
could be cool for some people in other ways. Like that's like a night. People miss old Facebook in some ways.
Yeah.
Like kind of keeping up with people around you.
Well,
but I find it annoying.
I feel like
Just
it
stay off my
makes
feed.
sense
Yeah.
if that's the goal is to like advertise yourself or advertise your company to get more investors or advertise yourself to get another
Yeah.
job. But when you're like reading that content, it's just like a bunch of posts on a feed. It's like kind of
Yeah.
random.
Yeah, like trying to get investors. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when they like, and then they'll like post and they like, we raised like $10 million. Lots of work left to be done. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of like this kind of like.
Join
it's-
us.
Oh yeah.
Silicon Valley talk. Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations. I mean, like, I'm happy for you, but
So I shouldn't get on LinkedIn.
you.
Actually, all the posts that Tyler's talking about is all Ben.
It's Ben M on LinkedIn.
I
Yeah.
think there's a Ben Mazawido on there, and it says like from Cambodia, which I think is the one right after Canada in the list. So I don't know if like someone made a fake one for me at one point. Does that make sense?
So
It's
you
definitely
are
possible.
on LinkedIn.
Someone's on
I think
LinkedIn.
someone's on LinkedIn.
There's no one else in the
catfishing
world
people.
named Ben Mazawido from Cambodia. There can't be a Ben Mazawido in
From
Cambodia.
Maybe.
It's impossible,
I don't know.
You're
Halo
looking at me
Taco.
like this might be possible.
It's Halo Taco.
Halo Taco.
It's like the alternate
Something not
universe.
logical. Yeah.
Some things are logical. You
I've been
said.
catfished multiple times with Ben Mazawido.
What's my least favorite, Tyler?
Well, you saying Facebook maybe was a Freudian slip.
I would say
But, like-
it's owned by Facebook.
Oh, Instagram then.
Yeah.
Or no, hold on, it's the metaverse. Ben hates putting on the
I
virtual
hate that
reality.
too. Maybe
Why?
I just hate all of them.
Why do you hate
Instagram's
Instagram?
You hate Meta?
Instagram's the worst. Just I feel like it's done the most damage for young people's self-perception.
Maybe with
Especially
like all the
young girls.
photoshopping. Yeah.
Oh, for
It's
sure.
awful.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my simple
I got
answer.
that on my second
That's a deep
guess.
answer.
It's a Facebook property, not Facebook.
No.
Yeah, no,
go
it's
for
the
Meta.
Oculus Rift.
It's definitely the yeah, it's the metaverse. Who wants to
Ben
buy
puts on his
digital
VR
land?
glasses, goes around slapping people. Get out of here.
But in the metaverse, I'm Ben Mazawida from Cambodia.
Oh, okay. Right. So it's like Second Life. That's Ben's,
I remember that.
I mean, is
That's
that
what
not
the metaverse is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing they were joking about in the office in 2006?
It's real.
Forefront of technology.
Next one. Between you and your partner, who is more fashionable?
Simply Roots Logical.
The sweatpants
Safiya,
queen?
No, I don't think so.
obviously, icon here, fashion icon.
You are a fashion
Safiya.
icon.
Yeah, the long denim, the clear see-through.
Oh, if we're talking about
outfits.
those, then yeah, it's got to be me.
Very fashionable. You know everything, like
We
Crocs.
both have a giant sock though, so in that
True.
Yeah.
arena,
But you
we're neck
got
and
it
neck.
first.
But you know way more about fashion and brands and trends, and I'm just like, yes.
I'm
like,
wearing
just
sweatpants.
like,
You do
whatever you say.
have really, really nice nails, though.
Yeah.
Really
So I have like
well
one
done.
out of like 20 possible things to
That's
be called fashionable.
It's a good
Yeah,
one,
but you know,
though.
and like when you're building a video game character, like a Pokemon has like this amount of like skill. Your like nail polish one is like really
100
tall.
and everything else is one.
Right, yeah. When you're making a Madden character,
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so basically, I'm not well rounded.
No.
But you are
No.
in terms of fashionable and skills and beauty and all that. Yeah.
although it did cause quite the calamity when Safiya followed your nail art tutorial about
Oh
Sophia's
yeah,
nails.
well that's because I had long
Interpret-
bent nails, raisins.
Oh.
Did they give you a hard
You're
time
good.
for that one?
Yeah, well, I remember at some point someone was like, "Oh, like we were talking about like how we'd taken a bit of a break after receiving a but like sort of criticism," and I remember someone was like, "I feel so bad for you, but your nails did really look bad that one time."
That's so like.
Oh wait, so it wasn't Christine's fans saying you didn't do a good job.
I think it was-
just
No,
people
I don't think
critical
it
of
was
nails.
actually people saying I didn't even do a good job, or it was more like
nail
just
shaming.
just people thinking
Just
they
nail
looked
shaming?
bad. Which, to be fair, I look back, I'm like, yeah, I feel like sometimes when you're in the like the grind of YouTube, you're like, I gotta film this right now. It's like I probably should have taken a second, filed them a little bit, but
But it's really not fair because people think that they're an expert when you are clearly you're not purporting to be a nail expert.
Right.
You're just like, these are just my nails, whatever. Like maybe you didn't file the corner so perfectly, but like okay, that's fine. But it's kind of that energy. People are like, well, I want to show you how much I know about nails, so I'm gonna type that you could do A, B, C, D or whatever in the comments. It's like whenever I've done a hair tutorial, everyone's like, you did it all wrong because you need to layer like this. It's better for your facial structure. And I'm like, I don't
just trying.
Yeah.
I'm just trying something.
I'm just brushing my
I'm
hair.
just brushing my hair and putting a couple curlers. It's okay. Like, it's fine. But
When Christine first got really big for like the holo stuff, a lot of her fans would like comment on other people's nail accounts when they were like, I'm doing this thing that's holographic, and like it wasn't holographic, right?
yeah.
And my favorite tweet of all time is Laura DIY. So Christine, your followers used to be called holosexuals, right?
Yeah.
They would just call themselves that. I remember Laura DIY got upset that they kept correcting her because she was calling stuff that was iridescent holographic. So she meant to write, holosexuals, you gotta stop being so harsh on my thing.
no.
But
I can already
it
tell.
auto corrected to you homosexuals in my comments need to relax.
Wait, what happened?
It was the funniest thing ever. What do you
Did
mean
she
what
like
happened?
change it or take it down or revise?
I think she immediately acknowledged
Right.
that.
Yeah.
I bet. Let's see if that tweet still exists. I'll pull it
No,
up. I'll put it
let's-
right here.
Let's let Laura have that one. Like poor Laura. God.
Yeah, you can just
Your
imagine her
worst
stomach doing
nightmare.
sheet
She's not
flips.
the only one. That has happened multiple times in my replies. People will be like, I'm a homosexual. But it's like, I know what they meant. They were rating homosexual.
Yeah.
And
You can imagine her
Yeah,
stomach
yeah.
like flipping the second she
Oh,
hits
I'm
the
sure
post.
she
Oh my
figured
god,
it.
yeah.
She was
Yeah.
we met her once. She was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Laura's super nice.
Yeah, she's really nice, yeah.
Yeah. She's another Canadian.
Yeah.
Oh, she
Canadian.
lives in LA now, but I think she's
Yeah, she
from-
was GTA. Yeah, they've got a podcast. She got a podcast with her boyfriend Jeremy. Wild till 9. It's a bit of a crypto bro, though. He's on that crypto thing. No comment. Next question: who said Tyler, I love you? Who said I love you first?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I thought we were still on the stylish one.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
we
skip
didn't answer
that.
for them.
Are we stylish?
No, you guys have to answer
I think we're a push.
point.
I actually think
who's
it's
more
a
stylish?
push.
I think we're a push. I think actually both Ben and I are quite stylish.
We've
I
both
don't know,
been
though.
wearing like gym
You-
shorts for the last 3 years, probably.
Tyler
Yeah.
has cat pants.
I do have cat
I
pants.
I do
really
have those
like
cat
those
pants.
purple and pink cat pants.
I've really gone.
But Ben has more hats.
Ben has hats.
He does have more
The most
hats.
fashionable accessory.
Yeah.
It is an accessory. Tyler doesn't usually employ the hat, you
No.
know?
We could get you
I
some
mean,
hats.
Tyler doesn't dress up like Luigi.
Yeah.
There's some hats.
I've been asking him.
right behind you.
Yeah. We can send you home with some hats.
Sure. I like the holo taco hats. I
They're
saw
right
those.
behind
Yeah, they're
you.
great.
We'll get
okay.
you some.
They're really cool. They're really great.
Tyler looks good in a beanie, though.
I'll wear beanies.
Yeah.
I'll wear a beanie.
I like,
Okay,
yeah.
we should look into that.
Okay. Next one.
Yeah.
What was the first movie you saw together? We've
Have we
Ever
ever
seen a movie?
seen a movie together?
Our own
No.
movies
Yeah.
together.
Our home movies.
Have you two never seen a movie together?
Just YouTube, if that is a movie.
Yeah.
It's a
No, but
production.
We
you
should
guys
watch a
had
movie
time
tonight.
during Creator Summit 2019.
We have
So what
seen
is
a
We
movie.
it?
rode out. We bonded.
We saw Avengers Endgame together.
did, yeah.
At the, what was it called? That Brook Williamsburg movie theater or something?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, because for YouTube Creator Summit, they don't let the significant others
Yeah.
attend any
We were
of the
banished.
events.
We were
Yeah.
shunned.
So
Yeah.
Simply and I were like in seminars, and
You're
you guys
listening
went
to
to
Kris
see.
Jenner.
Yeah.
That was fun, but some,
Right.
the rest of them are like, I mean, they're not fun, but it is like a day of like a bunch of talks, right?
It's like
Yeah,
going
You
to
know?
school.
Yeah.
Well, what happened when we saw the movie was that I had read spoilers leaks
Yeah.
for Endgame, and Endgame has a few twists in it. And I went to the bathroom because I drank a lot of water, and I went to the bathroom when one of the twists happened, and I came back, and Ben was just sort of like the whole rest of the movie. He was like, I was wondering how confused you were about what happened. I was like, oh yeah, I knew what happened at the end of the movie already. Yeah.
I remember, yeah, right after you're like, yeah, I knew everyone who died. Meanwhile, I'm getting all like misty over.
I was like, oh, this is when the circles appear, they fly through. Yeah. Well, it's weird because I don't know if I can say the twist because I don't want to like spoil Endgame. But
It's
only,
been
been a while.
Well, I was like, okay, then I'll say that it was when like Nebula, either kills old Nebula or something. Like they switch spots or something, and then she ends up being the one that like does something bad, and you're not supposed to know that. And I was like, oh yeah, I know that happened. And I was in the
Yeah.
bathroom. Yeah, it was like yeah. So
Oh, I thought it was the not Scarlet Witch. What's her face? Scarlett Johansson.
what happens there? Oh, she falls off the thing. I think I might have
Yeah.
left to the bathroom for that too.
Tyler just kept going to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's my mortal enemy is long movies. That's why I'm
That
like
movie was a little too long.
that's why I'm a big time aisle seat person
Yeah.
because I just don't like to ruffle people.
Infinity
Yeah.
War is the better Avengers movie.
Oh, it's a great
right?
movie. I think
Yeah.
Infinity War. I'm very interested because I think it's going to I'm just thinking well, I was gonna say like if you're like let's just say like with my niece, right, when she's like old enough to watch it, it's gonna like objectively traumatize her.
That
Right?
would be
You're like,
her-
she'll watch it and
yeah.
she'll be like, what? This sucks,
Yeah.
And so like
the same way Episode 5, Return of the Revenge of the Sith.
You mean Empire Strikes
Empire
Back?
Strikes Back. Yeah.
Yeah, you just leave with like a sour taste in your mouth. You just watch like that wasn't very fun. Yeah, when my dad would always be like, I loved Empire Strikes Back, and I was like, I like Return of the Jedi. Okay, they blow it up at the end. There's Ewoks
That's
I was
definitely
like,
the worst of the original.
okay, when I was
trilogy.
7, so like, I was just going with the motions there.
We're back on Star Wars, Christine.
Yes.
Just skip ahead to here.
We're going to
It's all good.
timestamp Star Wars
due
discussion
north.
part 2.
We can also carve out Marvel. Yeah, but yes, we saw that movie together because we were having a blast. You guys were in
Yeah.
seminars. We were out having a good time.
I'm glad you guys had that time
You know, he
together.
put his arm around me.
Okay.
We started
Just try to get
getting
fresh.
intimate.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
You two need to watch a movie together.
Yeah.
What should we
What
watch?
should we watch? I don't know.
See,
You
if we
should
watch what
watch-
we want to watch, which is Sister Wives, it's still not a movie, so it doesn't matter.
Sister
It's
Wives,
the
the
movie of their
movie.
lives. I would love that.
Yeah, I bet you would.
We're waiting on that one.
What is the first thing your partner would buy if they won the lottery?
All the lipsticks in Sephora.
You can do that now.
Won the lottery.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys are very responsible with your money, so I feel like
Nothing.
you'd file it away. You'd immedially invest it.
It's all in crypto though.
Yeah.
I was talking to Lawrence. I was-
What's the Bitcoin of Canada? Leaf coin.
yeah.
I think
Maple
Maple
coin.
coin. is
Beaver
like,
coin.
Beaver coin.
Yeah,
That sounds like Maple Story money. That like
we're
video
we're
game.
pretty boring. We haven't done anything stupid with money. We could just answer this like human beings and just talk about
Maybe you'd try and, because I know that you're all trying to figure out how to expense different things. Maybe travel somewhere and film very intermittently so you can expense the whole thing.
Yeah.
What about like a OG, like an original, like Donkey Kong arcade system? Right, so then Ben could go.
I gotta show you the garage later.
With the joystick. That would be cool, though. I mean,
Were you able to, because you have one, but were you able to find the one, because you're looking for a specific one, right?
It's a complicated story. Involves a guy in New Jersey. Yeah, okay. I'll tell you after.
But that was one of our Creator Summit experiences when we went out to like that barcade and like we walked in and Ben like beelines to Donkey Kong, just ripping through it.
I'm drawn to it like a
he has to leave a
mosquito
high
to one
score
of those
everywhere he
lights.
goes.
Well, I legitimately suck at Donkey Kong, the one where you jump over the barrels. I'm not good at it. I'm more of a Donkey Kong Country 2 guy.
Super Nintendo.
Yes, exactly. But I'm really bad at the arcade one.
What's the one you like, Diddy?
I mean,
You're a Diddy Kong guy?
well, Diddy's good, but obviously Dixie is the better player because she can fly.
Yeah, monkeys can fly. In that.
That's the one I'd have to fight with my sister over, is who got to play as Dixie Kong. I lost that one every time. So she was always Dixie, and then I'd always have to either be Diddy, or in the third one I'd have to be Baby Kong. Baby Kong sucks. Baby Kong's awful.
And Baby Kong sucks.
Baby Kong's terrible. He doesn't have a very...
Baby Kong.
He can't jump anywhere. He stinks. He's awful. Yeah, I hate
That's
Baby
like babies
Kong.
in real life. They're useless.
Especially
realistic.
giant Baby Kongs. Yeah.
Fucking
40-pound babies.
Little sack of meat.
Yeah, especially when so yeah, that's
No, I missed out on that whole generation of games because I went from NES to Sega Genesis back to Nintendo 64. So I missed that, all those classic Super Nintendo games.
I'll stream them with you.
Yeah,
We can do the whole thing. We're about to do a 7-hour stream. We're gonna play them all start to finish.
7 hours.
7 hours stream. Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. That's
24-hour stream. Let's
that's
go.
like a normal day of a Twitch streamer, right? We're gonna start streaming in the morning. We're gonna finish at 9 p.m. Yeah,
they just sleep on stream.
exactly.
Did we answer that one? Not really. That's okay.
What was it? What
The
you
lotto winnings.
Oh.
Have we bought it? Have you bought anything like stupid since you've been like successful on YouTube? For us, like I don't know, like cars, like okay.
I got a good answer. So we bought a purple mattress after seeing all the ads on, like, you know, the ads that
Was
where
this
the
for a
egg
video?
is in there. No, it wasn't for a
For
video.
life.
It was
Yeah.
Tyler just
purple
saw
like-
the ads.
You know the one
You know
where
the
like the
purple
girl.
Why is it purple?
That's the name of the company.
It's like the
it's like a
sponge
Casper.
material.
Yeah, it's
that
like
they
the-
use.
it's
yeah.
like a
Is it like a
material.
memory foam or something? Like a really
They were
good.
like,
It's like
NASA
a
design.
It's like a
and
NASA.
like a rubber
go to
mesh,
space?
like a latex mesh or something like that.
It's not too hard, not too soft. That's why.
it's like perfect for your
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, like, was it- yeah.
So Tyler bought a purple mattress. He was like, "This is gonna be awesome," and we get it. Immediately hates it. And then we slept on that thing for like 2.5 years, and he would complain about it every day. Because the mattress doesn't have enough support.
Money doesn't buy happiness.
Well, I got so talked into it. It was so frustrating.
And Tyler
you
was
know?
like, "Look at this! It looks amazing!" And we bought this purple mattress.
Sucks.
Yeah.
It's also impossible to carry.
Yeah, so that's why we didn't get rid of it for so long.
It was really hard to like move up and down the stairs because like it just flops over because it's just like made out of some kind of like
Yeah,
rubber
because
foam.
there's no structure. So like a normal mattress, you can like hold either side because they'll stay
Can you roll
upright.
it up?
Well, then it's very
no?
heavy.
Or is it-
Because
it's
actually,
too dense.
they drop it off like literally. They don't like
Rolled
take it
up.
up and set it up. They left it dropped off, like rolled up at
So
your
then you
front
have to
door,
unroll
and it
it
weighs like
and let it
180 pounds.
expand.
And you have to
Oh my
go
God.
carry it up the stairs. I had to hire somebody to carry it up the stairs because remember our old place was like just a big metal box. It was just like and technically when we would do moving, it was like technically like 8 stories because they count every
because they have little
switchback.
landings.
They count as
my
stories like
God.
and so we charge XYZ for like a moving company
So
for
we said
per.
we have 3 flights of stairs. They're like, actually, you have 6. So we're only going to this
Double.
far.
Yeah, so we had to that's what they would, so they
exactly
would
what
always
happened.
leave things that they dropped off like with like a complimentary delivery service on like the second floor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trying
so-
to think if we bought anything else. I
That
don't
was
really
a
think
bad
so.
purchase. Yeah,
For me, I think my genuine answer is like traveling now. For when we are on a plane, I'm flying business class, I think, all the time now.
Bougie Ben.
I'm willing to splurge
bougie.
for a little bit extra butt room, a little more
Yeah.
leg room.
I've
We
been
did
thinking
buy
about doing that.
A purple couch. Because you're talking about purple and reminded me. We
This
bought
was a stupid purchase.
stupid purple couch for Menchie. Like it's Menchie's couch.
Well, we thought we were
Aw.
buying a couch for ourselves.
But no, it was for the cat, and now it's
the most
it's
expensive
hers.
cat bed of all time.
So in my stream, if
And
anyone
she has like
watches
80 of them
Menchie-
already.
well, it's like
Oh,
this
yeah.
French designer. What's the name of it? It's
I
like,
can't remember, But people always comment
Plume.
like, "Oh, I really like that purple couch that Menchie sleeps on.
Just
Like,
covered
where
in
can I
cat
get it?"
hair.
And I'm like, "I'm not telling."
It's
'cause
the one
it's too
behind
expensive.
Cristine in her
It's the one
stream
behind
room.
me in my stream room. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks really cool. It's kind of like a purple cloud.
Yeah. It's a cool
it was
shape.
very
It
expensive.
was
but
Lean Rosé. It was this like French designer.
I
That's what
just
Menchie
liked how it
deserves.
looked.
That's what Menchie deserves.
But I feel bad because I don't have the same level of appreciation as like probably the average customer who shops from like boutique places from, across the world where they're looking for French or Spanish or Italian European designers. I'm like, that I don't have an appreciation for it. I'm just like, I like the shape and it looks comfortable.
It looks like a
and
big
then my
brain.
cat loves it.
My cat.
But yeah, that was kind of stupid. But I don't regret it because Menchie loves it. So.
She loves it.
Well, that's a good point. Like anything with the furniture and the cat and the relationship between those two is always a questionable.
It's always
financial
Yeah.
decision.
justified
Yep.
though.
That's true.
One of our big problems
Yeah.
that we got a lot of stuff with the understanding that like Krusty, our recently deceased cat, obviously Krusty, like he did scratch things, but he had like certain behavioral things that we could kind of account for. And recently we have, adopted a new cat who has different relationships with
Yes.
furniture.
Yes.
And so now we're like, okay, so everything is gone. Like, everything will be destroyed.
Well, you're not
Especially
investing
at that-
furniture now.
He has
Yeah.
this mover. He just he uses every inch of it. Like he won't crawl in it. He will scratch and crawl.
Yeah.
on things.
Yeah.
You're
He uses his claws as leverage, like scooting himself across the furniture.
and it's like I'm not one. Try to get that out of his system because I'm like he's having fun.
Yeah.
He
Listen,
was in a kill
everything
shelter
will
at some
be
point.
destroyed.
What am I
Just
supposed to
let
do
him-
here?
let
Yeah.
him go.
Yeah.
So
He's still like kitten energy though,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Because we're like 5 months old.
Yeah.
Okay.
we don't know which direction it's gonna go.
I think he'll be. Everyone says it's just kitten
mellow
energy.
out,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think he will. I think he's already mellowed out a little bit since we've got him because we got
For
him
the
about
sake
a
of all
month
my
ago.
fingers, let's hope that's true. Just
Menchie-
going to work with scars.
You were talking before about like how like he'll run across like your neck and around
Yeah.
your
We'll
head
do
to wake
that.
you up. Menchie was the exact same way. I remember one time having to go into work with like a big like a gash across my face.
She, like,
'Cause
ran into
to
your
wake
face,
me up in the
yeah.
morning. She would sometimes run across
Yeah.
my face.
You like springboard
Dug
off
into
of your
my
nose
face,
and
yeah.
then there's like scars.
Yeah.
Yeah. At night is when the cat hits another level. Like after
He has
midnight.
crazy hour. 1 a.m. He's completely insane.
Kinda gets some, like,
He
zoomy
gets that
energy,
thing
yeah.
where like because during the day if he's crazy, because it's sunny, his pupils will go like tiny pinpricks. At night it's the opposite.
Yeah.
It's like it's like a doll's eyes. It's like the Jaws
It's like
thing.
Quinn
We're just
describing
like completely
the
black.
USS Indianapolis. He goes, there's no lives like a doll's eyes. And yeah,
It's
and
like
like
possessed.
Yeah.
well, he starts to attack my he's
Eyelashes.
eyelashes. He starts to attack my eyelashes. And so it's
And you're like, don't move.
yeah, well, the
Don't blink.
stakes are high. It's like how'd you lose your sight in one eye? Yeah, my cat attacked my eyelash.
It was 1 a.m.
yeah, well, it was 1 a.m.
My
and
cat
his
jumped on my
eye-
face.
I should have known better.
So,
All right. Last one.
Okay.
What does your partner want for dinner?
Good question.
Yeah. This is a
Okay, so
practical
here's
one,
the thing.
That's
too.
like actually I'm hungry.
Yeah. What do you
I
actually
know
want?
Cristine does not like spicy food,
This is true.
Yeah.
so something bland.
Yes. She wants a
It's
chicken
okay.
salad.
Just call me boring.
We'll go
I'm
back
boring.
to the what was the place we just were at? The back to the vegetarian place. It was
Pure-
good.
Pure
That was-
Kitchen.
That back to
that
Pure
was good.
Kitchen.
That was really good. Yeah.
I feel like Christine would probably be happy to go back to Pure Kitchen.
I feel like you might like some Thai.
Well, that's
You've
because
been
we were talking
about
to.
it.
We're talking
Yeah.
about Thai food today.
Or, well, I was going to say shawarma, but that's like not what you would normally want for dinner.
I don't want you to leave Ottawa without trying Shawarma Palace.
We might force
We'll
you
go to Shawarma Palace.
That
consume
sounds great.
Tyler and I
shawarma.
are into kebabs, so like shawarma palace
And that
sounds
whole
good.
family.
Meat
you,
on a
you
stick?
put the shawarma, you put it in a wrap, you throw some garlic
Meat
sauce
on a
in
stick.
it.
Okay.
That's a win.
Okay.
We should do that. We can mix that.
We could just have hummus for dinner.
I was gonna say hummus.
Well, I think that we're
Ben
gonna
would suggest
do a hummus
hummus.
taste test later, right?
We might do that.
Yeah.
So that would I think
Hummus taste
hummus.
testing.
The
for
shawarma would
Ben.
go well with
Save
hummus,
room
though.
for
Well,
dessert.
you know, though, with Thai food,
Hummus
Room
for dessert.
A bunch of
Ben
chicken.
needs a tub of hummus like as dessert, like just scoops in the tub or dinner.
Well,
yeah.
you've tried some of the like sweeter. I know you have like a whole thing you've tried. I don't know all of them
Yeah,
you've tried,
yeah.
but they have sweeter ones.
So they have like chocolate hummus, yeah.
Have you tried the pumpkin spice hummus?
No, I
That
haven't been able
was-
to get my
pumpkin
hands on
spice
it.
hummus.
Good.
Wait, it's almost fall.
but that's a dessert.
Ben,
Pumpkin spice.
It
That
is.
tastes like a dessert.
It tastes
it's almost
sweet,
like a,
but
like
it's
cream
really good.
cheese
Well,
vibe
it's not
to
hummus
it.
at that point. I'm a
Probably
bit of a
not.
hummus purist, you know?
Wow.
Then you're not gonna like it.
Hummus
I know.
snob.
Then you're gonna hate
know.
it.
Well, wait. So this is the question I always ask: is that when it comes to like the great dips, right? You have guacamole and hummus, right? And I think it's like
The Mount
you
Rushmore
can-
of dips.
Yeah, right. You can really work
Yeah.
people up with this question: is are you a guacamole person or a hummus person?
If I have to pick one,
You have
it's
to pick
definitely hummus. But like, I'm not mad at guacamole.
Right, okay.
But
You
it's
don't wanna-
I could more consistently. I could eat hummus every day.
Yeah.
I couldn't eat guacamole every day.
It's very acidic. Is the thing with guacamole. If you eat a lot of guac, right?
Well, good guacamole
you know,
has all garlic, onions, sometimes jalapenos.
Yeah.
hit your stomach pretty hard.
I will say
you know.
hummus stands up on its own more to me than guacamole because like I could
As a
have like
meal?
I could literally have spoonfuls of hummus.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do that with
Interesting.
guacamole.
You can try
I
it with
actually feel
guac.
I feel the opposite.
normal.
Yeah,
I
really?
feel like
I've
I could have spoonfuls of guac because hummus is drier to me. So with hummus, I usually want something with it. Like a bell pepper and hummus is elite. That's obviously more of a meal than just a plain scoop of guacamole.
I like
but
carrots and hummus.
We need an
Carrots are good
assistant.
too.
We need a
Carrots,
PA to
yeah.
go out and run out and get some bell peppers.
That would be good. Yeah. Well, because I've gotten into this argument before with people, and I've reverted to trying to eat hummus with a spoon because that was one of the arguments that
You've
they made.
argued about whether or not you can eat hummus with a spoon. This happens
No,
often.
about guac versus hummus, and
Oh,
one of the
okay.
arguments in favor of hummus. What separate from Ben's was I could eat it with a spoon because it's I could just eat hummus straight. And I was like,
You should
really?
consult with
I mean,
him, the
you
hummus
could eat
expert.
anything with a spoon, I suppose.
Guac with a spoon is tough though because it's like it's so not like substantive. It's so great on a
I
chip.
don't know. I like it by itself.
You like it by
But
itself?
I really like avocado.
I think
Yeah, I
guac's,
like
guac's a better
avocado,
like
too.
condiment. Like it's better like I can have a wrap with guac in it. I prefer hummus
Yeah.
basically on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think in terms of meal for Ben, I think that
We answered the question.
So
What is
what are we
Tyler?
having for dinner?
Tyler
pile of
would
hummus.
like.
A pile of hummus.
What would Tyler like? We were talking about Ty earlier.
Tyler,
It's
Ty,
right there.
Tyler, like,
It's
think it
all
works.
right there. Yeah. Well, I mean, Thai food, you have this great, spectrum of different flavors. You got
Yeah,
the
we love
pad
Thai
see ew,
food.
great, pretty bland, right? Not a lot of flavor in the pad see ew.
Yeah.
Drunk man noodles.
Lots of spice.
Knock your
I like
socks
the
off.
spice.
Yeah.
No one said tacos for Taco Tuesday.
That
because
is
it's
how we
sad.
end
Friday.
every podcast.
That's normally, yeah.
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday. You must have tacos.
We could have tacos.
Who likes tacos?
We could. But there's a lot of options.
Meet me
Too
at
many
our spot.
options. Maybe like one of everything.
We can get
We
it
have
all,
guests,
mix it all
Ben.
together in
One
a
of
bowl.
everything for the
You could do what
guests.
Christine
Franken
does.
taco?
Christine will just take all her food, mix
Garbage
it in a
bowl?
bowl together
Garbage
with
bowl.
spinach.
Yeah, I know about that. I've
That's
seen that.
disgusting.
I put the guac and the hummus and the taco all together.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
action.
What a monster.
Yeah, absolutely.
best.
Maybe
It's
it's easier
superior.
on your stomach because you're like doing some pre-digestive work.
The digestion's
Actually
happening
chop everything
outside
up
of the
into
stomach.
tiny little
yeah,
pieces.
yeah, exactly. Actually, the more I say that out loud, the more it makes sense to
Just
me.
like a bird regurgitates its food into its part
I'm
of
a
the
bird,
mouth.
like- you
Well,
guys.
eating dinner is a sensual experience.
yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
hope
Thank you for
everyone-
being
We're
here.
done.
This is a good place for us to stop.
This is a very special episode of Taco Tuesday. I'm so happy that you guys could join us.
Yeah,
It felt-
thank you
yeah,
for
it's
having
fun
us.
to have you guys here.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
We'll see you.
this weekend is an event that I know our listeners are looking forward to. They've already seen some of the first spoiler probably has dropped.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something
Ah.
something hollow is coming. Can you guess what it is?
Something hollow this way comes.
All right,
You
everybody.
can use that if you need to.
Yeah, keep that in. Keep that
We're keeping
gotta
it.
cut that
I love
out.
that. This is a great jingle.
Just cut Sophia's mic.
in. Cut that out. Keep all the rest of the reactions to it.
Well, I keep
what
burping
happened
because I
then?
have my tea here. I take a sip and I go, come back.
I hope that picks it up. All right. We never know how to end these, so thanks so much for watching. See y'all
And
later.
we'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Oh, look at the complete wrong camera.
Oh, yeah, different places.
This camera, this camera, this camera.